Let's go over 2 ways that you can fix your hook or your slice without changing your golf swing. We're going to talk 2 key setup principles here for both sides of this. So the first thing we're going to talk about with each one is grip, and then we will get into a little bit of alignment for the second part. But if you are someone that slices the golf ball, that is what we will start with. We're going to talk about a player having a very weak grip, or if you have a grip where your top hand or your glove hand is rolled very far towards the target, bottom hand is rolled very on top of this grip. This is going to be something that gets this club face to roll very open off the start, usually remains very open on the way down. So if I have a very open club face because of a very weak grip and have a somewhat neutral swing path, or if I just swing not way over the top or way into out, if I just swing fairly straight with this grip, we are going to see that ball is going to go dead right. We'll see what the club path was. Club path was 0.4, so very close to 0. And that ball obviously went dead right, even though it was 0.4 degrees into out. So this is where if your grip is overly weak, you are going to more than likely hit every ball again for a righty dead right. So this is where a lot of players will change their swing direction to try to get this ball to start further left. So if you have a very weak grip, that face rolls very open, we know that ball is going to go dead right. What are we going to try to do to get it to start further left? Really start swinging the body down and left to try to get this ball to start left, and this is where a lot of over-the-top habits can come from, is an open club face trying to smother this ball over to the left side. So let's look at the opposite end of the spectrum. Say I have a very strong grip. Top hand is very over this grip, bottom hand is very under. That is going to be something that keeps this club face very hooded. So if I have a very hooded club face, make a fairly neutral swing here, that ball is going to come out very low left every single time. So the exact opposite is going to be the case. What is your body going to try to do to guarantee that this ball is not going to hook or pull off the planet? I'm going to start to try to force this club a little bit more underneath and swing out for, again, a righty to this right side to try to get this ball started somewhat right, knowing the face is so closed. So if you have a tendency of working a little bit more over the top, make sure your grip isn't too weak because, again, face is going to get open. Over time, after hitting enough shots right, you're going to start trying to smother this, swing over the top, swing left to get the ball started in that direction. Opposite is true for the hook. Too strong of a grip, face is going to be closed. That's where you're going to hit enough shots over to the left here. So you're going to really start forcing this club underneath where you can get stuck almost too far from the inside. And this is where I'll see players struggle with a lot of big two-way misses, either very high blocks out to the right if they do hold on to it, or a lot of flip hooks. So that's where the grip would need to be changed. Now let's look at alignment. So this is another one where we'll assume the grip is fairly neutral. But if I am a player that has a tendency of coming over the top and hitting these big pull slices, let's say that your alignment is accidentally getting a little bit too far over to this right side. So if I am aiming over to this right side, subconsciously, I know I'm trying to hit this ball right down the center line or right down towards the pin. But if my body alignments are 30 yards over to the right side here, and I get up to the top, I can make a great backswing, I can have a very square club face. If I make a good downswing, the ball is going to miss 30 yards right. So what is your body going to try to do to compensate? It's going to try to get that club heading over towards the target. That is where, if you are a player that comes over the top, another thing I would check is your alignment right away, because that is where, if you're aimed right, your body over time is going to start trying to swing left to get this ball to start on line, where you develop this habit purely because of alignment. We can look at this on the opposite end of the spectrum. I don't see this one quite as much, but say you're a player that gets way too open with the body accidentally, and you get your aim over to this left side, knowing that the target is out in this direction. This is where you may make a backswing and really try to loop this club under so you can try to swing out towards that target. So before you start messing with your swing and trying to feel like you need to come less over the top or drop the club more underneath or whatever it is that you're working on, that is where the first thing I would check is your grip. The next thing I would check is your alignment to make sure that your swing isn't trying to mask issues at setup.